Welcome to Power, Passion, and Purpose, the driving force behind women entrepreneurs. On this episode, Dr. Toy Dennis, CEO and founder of Serenity House Women's Shelter. Give and it shall be given back to you.
On this episode of Power, Passion, and Purpose, we meet an award-winning entrepreneur who used her past challenges, including homelessness, as a motivation to earn a PhD and start her own business.
Okay, so my name is Toy Dennis. I am 39 years old. I have a PhD in Human Services with a specialization in social work and community service. I have a master's in higher education administration and a master's in family consumer science. My previous occupation before starting Serenity House Women's Shelter, I was an administrator of a child abuse and neglect prevention program in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. I'm the CEO and founder of Serenity House Women's Shelter. Our target market is homeless women and children. Our mission is to provide transitional shelter and supportive service to homeless women and children in the Clarksville, Tennessee area. My primary motivation to launch my business is my childhood experiences. Growing up, I was homeless, and seeing that there was an immediate need within my community, I decided to start Serenity House Women's Shelter here in Clarksville, Tennessee. I've done several years of research to include writing a book on the mental health and behavior of homeless children. It's a passion, it's personal. I think that there's immediate need all over the world, but here in our community, we don't have a transitional shelter or program for homeless women and children. It's a place of peace. It's a place where you can be going through what you're going through, but have a peace of mind. It's a place where we care. It's a place where you don't have to worry about if your kids are going to be taken away from you. It's a place that will give you hope. It's a place that will inspire you. It's a place where you're going to connect with other women who may be going through with what you're going through. And it's a place where the boss herself has been in your shoes and she can relate. And I don't mind getting down and dirty. I don't mind sitting down talking with people. I don't think that I'm better than anybody when it comes to doing this kind of work in the field. I like having a hands-on experience with the clients that we work with. A lot of times I have to step back and let my case manager do the things that she needs to do, because sometimes I want to take over because I get so, I'm intrigued with listening to people's stories and just saying, you can do it. And a part of me wants to say, well, I've been through this, but I know that you have to have boundaries when it comes to certain things. So, it's a place to bring hope, to take a little bit of weight off of their shoulders in reference to what they're going through. Oh, wow. The female entrepreneur that I admire the most, I would say Oprah Winfrey. Because she experienced several different challenges growing up. She overcame a lot of different obstacles. And look at her today. I think, we see what's going on now with her and all her success. But if you do the research, you'll see that she experienced a lot of trials and tribulation, to being pregnant early at a young age, to being molested, and a lot of other different things. So I admire her as an entrepreneur. Black women entrepreneurs are the fastest growing segment of small business owners in the U.S. because we want our own. If we have our own, then we don't have any limits in what we can do and how we can do it. I also think that being a woman and being a Black woman with education, there's a stigma to us where it should be a positive thing, but sometimes there's some intimidation. So a lot of times we don't get the credit that we deserve when it comes to being in the workforce. So I think when you create your own, then you know what you can do and you have more power. The critical life lessons that I have learned from being an entrepreneur is that I must pray about my decisions before I make them. Seeking God first has proven that He will lead me in the right choices. In the beginning, I wasn't doing that. I was just making decisions and things were going wrong. But when I actually just sat down and asked Him to, guide me and help me do the right things, then things have turned out great. Advice I would offer to any woman who plans to launch a business would be to pray about it first. Do lots of research, develop a business plan, and then just do it in fear. Self-doubt is the worst thing that you can have, but if you want it bad enough, you must take risks. I know for a long period of time, I had a lot of self-doubt, and even today, I still struggle with some things with running a business, but you have to do it in fear. If you don't take the risk, then you'll never know how to turn out. I'm a spontaneous person, and I'm driven off of just going and doing. I could never see myself just sitting in the house not doing anything. And even when I had my daughter, it didn't stop me. When I was pregnant with her, I was still doing what I need to do. And even now, she's 6, and I'm just all over the place. And I take her with me because I want her to see what mommy does so that she can experience it, because I want her to grow up and do great things as well. You have to have good time management. You have to have a partner that believes in what you're doing if you're married. You have to have a strong spiritual background. I can say that it's been almost 3 years since I started Serenity House. And even prior to that, my relationship with God has become even stronger. I know that when I don't have anybody else, I can talk to him, I can lean on him. He has been there for me because I've had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in doing this. Nights sitting at the computer crying, saying, why me? Why did you choose me to do this? Or what have I got myself into? But daily he shows me that, my work is not in vain and that he has my back. So you have to have the balance, find the balance, have a good support system, and just be well-rounded. I consider myself to be well-rounded. I think I can fit in wherever, with whoever, whenever. So I wear many hats.
My name is Joshua Mercer. I'm an Allstate agent here in Chicago's Beverly area. My agency's been open for about 1.5 years now. My mom's been an agent for about 25 years now, so ever since the age of 7, I've been following in her footsteps. Been in this community since 3rd grade, so I was pretty much born and raised here, so I know it like the back of my hand. I'm passionate about being an Allstate agent because every day I get to solve people's problems and provide them with peace of mind. If someone has a major incident or a crisis that happens in their house or in their life, I'm one of the first people that they call. And I feel good knowing that I'm backed by Allstate, that I can pretty much help them do that process and provide them with that peace of mind. We believe that when it comes to customers, we should communicate with them at least every 6 months just to review their policy for any major changes that may happen in their life. Our philosophy is that the insurance that you have right now may not be the right coverage that you need. We want to make sure that we check in with our customers as much as possible to review their coverages.
One tip that's helped me work smarter, more efficient, and to improve productivity would be time management. You can't do everything. You can't be everywhere for everyone. You have to prioritize, and it's necessary in order to be productive. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way by failing in certain areas because you're trying to do things in other areas. You have to be able to give out tasks and be okay with the tasks that you're giving out and know that the people that are helping you, they're going to get the job done. And even if they don't get the job done, then you have to be able to learn how to fix it. But you have to entrust in somebody else to do some things for you. Otherwise, you drive yourself crazy. So time management is key. As God has opened up so many different doors for me since I started Serenity House, I'm doing things that I never thought I would imagine doing. During the summer and fall of 2014, last year, things just kind of took off. I held a forum here in Clarksville, Tennessee for the mayor in the area. I received 3 awards between the months of November and December last year. I was offered to become a radio show host. My name is getting out there. People are seeing my face. I'm sharing my story about, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And outside of just doing Serenity House, I've been kind of just branding myself. I spoke for the first time as a motivational speaker a couple months ago, which was nerve-wracking, but I did it. So I feel like God is stretching me in different areas, and I'm being obedient because some of these things, as far as like speaking and putting myself in the forefront, have been offered to me before, but I kind of shied away from it because I feel like, that's not a strength of mine. I'm kind of shy to a certain extent, so I'd rather be on the background and do all that work instead of being in the forefront, but he's blessed me to do some things. So I'm being okay with who I am and what he's allowed me to do.